Hey guys, so today I will just do a little video, very short, just to show you an exercise so that you can go into your heart. You probably heard go to your heart very often, and it might be very vague, right? What does that mean, go into your heart, go within your heart? You might have seen paintings of Jesus pointing towards his heart many times. And the heart is sort of like a sacred thing. There's a fire, a sacred fire going on there. So anyways, it's a sacred practice, and you can do this in meditation, or you can simply just close your eyes and try this. So what you do, you basically just close your eyes and you realize and acknowledge that your consciousness is now in your head, right? Most of us, if not everybody, are currently in our heads, in our minds. And our consciousness is in the center of our head, in the center of our mind. And visualization here really helps to get a picture of what's going on. So what I like to see is my whole body is a vehicle, right? It's a ship, it's a vehicle. And it's just a body. Inside of me there's a soul. There's a consciousness that is eternal. And right now this consciousness is driving this body right now, a temporary body. And when this body is gone, my consciousness will live on and will continue to be. Now, this very consciousness that I'm talking about is in the center here. And what I like to see it as, the head is the cockpit of the ship, of the vehicle. And so I'm inside my cockpit and my eyeballs are literally the windshield looking out. And so that's how I can see, right? That's how you can see these are your windshield. But who is talking right now? It's not me, it's not a body. There's a consciousness inside of this. So this consciousness is located inside, at the very center of the head, the mind, the cockpit, behind the windshield that are the eyes. And the mind, unfortunately, is often a victim of subconscious programming that, we often are victims of subconscious programming from television, from all kinds of different sources, the news and so on. I mean, the list goes on. We don't have time to go over it now. But all that to say that you don't want to be in your mind. You know what I mean? The mind has sometimes that are very effective for it, but you need to unplug from it. You need to unplug from your mind unless you're doing mathematical equations or things that are required of mind. You should not be living in your mind, and we would never used to be in our minds in the past. And so we need to learn how to get back to our source, and our source is our heart. The heart is where the soul should live, not the head, not the mind. And so this exercise will basically just take you back down to the heart. And it's a very powerful and sacred practice that I learned from Drunvalo Melchizedek, doing also the ATIH workshops that are very, very beneficial. But this particular very simple practice doesn't require much. It just, it's very simple. You just go to your heart. And what you do in your heart is up to you. There's plenty of things you can do. But for now, we're just going to keep things simple and just go to your heart. And let's see how you feel once you're in your heart. How you feel, how you talk, how you express yourself, and how you perceive reality and consciousness when you are in your heart. So here we go. So what you do when you close your eyes in your meditation, you do the usual. You get in that zone. You take deep breaths. You connect with Mother Earth, Father, Son, and you're centered. Once you're centered, you visualize yourself again in the center of your head, right? Not really yourself, really. It's a consciousness. It's a bit difficult to explain what a consciousness looks like, right? But what I personally like to visualize and imagine is kind of like a little UFO that's inside my head, and it's a sphere of energy. It could be a little Merkaba, whatever you want. A little sphere of energy, doesn't matter. Whatever helps you visualize and get this. It's in the center of your head, and it's behind your eyes. It's looking at it's in the cockpit and looking at the windshield, which are your eyes. Now, this consciousness, once you're in meditation, you're going to slowly bring it down through your canal here, all the way down. And you're watching, you're seeing everything, right? Your consciousness is witnessing everything. At this point, what I like to see is the inside of my mouth. So because the consciousness was looking out through my eyes, now going down the canal, and all of a sudden it sees like teeth in the inside of my mouth a bit. If there's any light, if the mouth's closed, it's pretty dark, but keep going. That's not where we're going. You keep going down the canal, down the throat, and you keep going down the canal, and you're still facing forward, right? And now you start entering a bigger room, right, quote unquote, and you start seeing some light. And you keep going down until you feel you've reached the level of the heart. And you will see there's more light. What you do at this point is that you turn 90 degrees to your left. And you will see that radiant heart. That will be your heart. And your heart, let's take this stone. This stone, I took it from Calakmul pyramid in Mexico, a very sacred pyramid. And I set the intention to find a stone or a rock that I could take home with me. And I was given this stone by Spirit. I mean, it's beautiful. It has the shape of it has kind of a shape of a heart, right? It's a very powerful stone. Anyways, so let's take this as an example. So the heart is here, right? And so you went down, your consciousness went down, 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 down. You turn 90 degrees to the left, and you are witnessing now your heart. What's important to know is that the heart is emitting an amazing amount of energy. It's pulsating energy as well. It's got a torus field. If you guys don't know what a torus field is, just quick look on Google, and you will see that it's a field that goes around the objects like this, and it goes inwards. So there's the pole here and a pole here. It's kind of like the north pole, south pole, and this energy goes outwards like this. So what I like to do is that once I turn left, I slowly go towards the heart, but the purpose is to enter the heart. And so at the top here, where we said was let's say the North Pole, whatever you want to call it, it's a portal, basically. A portal that is receiving or emitting energy, like this, like so. So if it's the crown of my head, it's like this. And so what you do is that you go and you nicely and gently enter this portal. You enter inside your own heart. It's your heart. You're allowed to go in there because it's your heart. And you enter, and then what you will see is that all of a sudden you're in a portal. And the famous tunnel that you see when people die, this is what you will probably see. That's what I see. Everybody's different. It might change. It might be a bit different for you. But what I see and what a lot of people that have witnessed this see is a tunnel. And you're going inside this tunnel. And this tunnel is taking you where? To your sacred heart. How long does it take? This tunnel will take different amount of time to get to your destination based on how far you are from your heart. So if you're not very grounded, or if you're not very peaceful, it will take longer. It has taken me a long time, sometimes in some meditations, before I can get into my heart. In fact, if I'm really out of whack, let's say not feeling very good, it takes a little while longer to get into my heart. So that's why the preparation before meditation is always really good. Okay, so you keep going, and the tunnel will now take you. All of a sudden, you will appear in a room or in some sort of setting. It could be in nature. It could be, for everybody's different. I don't want to project my image into you. For everybody, it's very different. Some people see a waterfall, and some people see just a normal room. Some people see a cave. It could be a cave made of stones all around it, and you're inside this cave. It could be dark, it could be it could be bright, it could be sunny, it could be dark. It does not matter. You are not one to judge. You will not, and you should not judge what the inside of your sacred heart looks like. You just take it as it is. What you see is what it is. And you accept it, and you go in. And once you're in your heart, know that you've made it. You're inside your heart. Now all you should be doing is kind of be like a child and look around and be like, wow, explore your own heart. This is what it looks like. You know, if it's really dark, light a torch. You know what I mean? Or take a flashlight or something. Check it out. Explore your heart. You're in your heart now. And it's a very sacred place. And I'm not going to tell in this video anything else other than that it's a very sacred place and beautiful place to be in. And that is how you enter your own heart, your sacred heart. And that you should explore it. And here is the perfect place to sit down on the floor of your own heart and actually start meditating in your heart. You know what I mean? And you can have all kinds of experiences here. You will have, I don't want to project, you guys do what you have to do. And I just felt compelled to teach you because I know that some of you do not know what it means. You know, when some spiritual teachers say, go to your heart, go to your heart. Yeah, but what does that mean? You know what I mean? Like, it's vague for some people, and I get it. I get it because back then it was vague for me too. And so if you can just get and understand that you can go inside your own heart and that we should all be striving to live inside our heart. You know what I mean? To operate from this, from within the heart, which emits beautiful, really high frequencies. So you will feel much better once you're in there. It feels like home, and it is your home. It's your heart. So I hope you like this. I hope you will give this a try, and I hope that you will be successful at entering your own sacred heart. And if you need more, there are plenty of resources out there. And just keep researching, guys. You're in the way. So have a good day. Enjoy.